Hey everybody, it's Kathy from Create with Kate 56. Hope everybody's doing well today. I've had some inquiries on how I did this. This is not my idea at all. This is from Dawn at the Book Vandal Shop. And but I had some people ask me if I would do a little tutorial on how to get this leather look on this for this traveler size notebook. So we are going to use a box from Pop or Beer, whatever you might have a box from. The first thing is I want to show you the way not to open the box. Don't do this. Cut down the section that has the handle, and then you'll be good. But don't split it at the seam, because that won't be good. So here I have already cut out my shape, and you need, I have my little sheet here so I can remember to tell you everything. You need to cut it 9 by 13. And what I do is lightly sand this side just a little bit, because our fabric's going to go on here. And also, if your fabric is light in color, sorry about all this noise. There we go. If your fabric is light in color, then you'll want to like maybe use some white paint or some gesso on here, so you can not see what's on this side here. Okay. I don't need that because my fabric is darker, so I don't have to worry about that today, but I did use it on the one that I showed the other day in my flip through. Then we're going to round the corners. So what I used originally was this gum container. It's got little jingle bells in it right now, but I did have gum, and I just put it to the corner. Let me make sure you can see that. Yep, okay, good. I just put it to the corner and traced around it. Then I got a piece of the box that I wasn't using, and I did the same thing. So that way I can use this as a template. So that's what I'm going to do now. So we're going to put this up here and just trace around there. And then we're going to flip it over and trace this side. So that makes sure our corners are going to be even. Now we'll go ahead and cut those off. How's everybody doing today? It is blustery and cold, and we got a little bit of, that didn't work out so well, a little bit of flurries going on today. So we didn't get much snow. Areas north of us here in Michigan, they got quite a bit of snow up that way. So my son's place that he has on Higgins Lake, they got 10 inches of snow last night. So yeah, but we're good here. We don't have any, but it looks like winter outside here today. Now, to color it, we're going to use some shoe polish. And this I just got at Walmart. I would imagine any brand would work the same. So we're just going to rub this in here. Get my tools out of the way. And already I didn't follow my sheet because we should have scored first. So we'll get that. If you want to have a little bit of a spine, I like a little bit, about 1/4 inch of a spine in here, but it's really not necessary if you're going to have a thinner signature. All right, I'm going to pause for just a minute while I dry this, and I'll be right back. Okay, we got the first layer dried, and let's go ahead and score, because we want the shoe polish to get nice into those score marks there. Okay, so with your rounded flap on the right, we're going to come to the first score, and that should be, well, the way I cut mine, it ended up at the 4. So then we're going to score at 4 1/4. So wherever your factory fold is, just go 1/4 of an inch to the right. And then over here, we're going to do 9 1/8, or just put it on 9 and go for the 1/4, which is what I think I'm going to do right here. So we'll go 9 1/4 here. So that leaves our little 1/4 inch spine. Okay, done with that. Let's give this a little fold. These are so fun to do, and they turn out so nice. It's just hard to believe it's a box and shoe polish. But that's magic of our land, isn't it? We can make anything into anything we want. All we have to do is try. I really appreciate this tutorial from Dawn, and I will put it down below so you can go check it out and learn from the master, because heaven knows I'm no tutorial master here. So let's give it another coat. You want to make sure and get in the score lines nice. Already you can see it's really taking on the color. Did some shopping today, not much, just a little bit. Got a few groceries. We have a really nice place that sells vegetables and fruits and things like that. So we went there and we got our fruits and veggies for the week. So we're all set on that. And then my husband took me out to lunch. I had a wonderful patty melt. I think it's the best one I've ever had. And they also have the best chocolate cake. And I'm saying this piece is probably this big. It's a 3-day. It lasts me for 3 days usually. But I gotta have it. So, okay, let me pause again while I dry. Okay, back again. Now this is the last coat I'm going to put on here. And I want it to be pretty juicy, because we're going to take a piece of paper, crumpled up paper, and just kind of dab it around in there. I found it just gives it a little bit extra texture. Already this is really feeling nice. So we want to get plenty on here. And I like to do them just a section at a time, so it's pretty wet. And then I'm going to just take the paper and crunch it. And I don't know if you can see that it's doing anything, but in my mind it does, so. Okay, get this section done nice. Look at the color already. I just love this. It's like magic. It's magical. Forgot to dab my middle section, so I'll have to give that a little bit of love here. Okay, there we go. Pause one more time. Okay, all done with that. And now I'm just going to take this. This is just a piece of scrap of fleece here, and I'm just going to give this a nice little rubbity rub. I don't know if you can see the difference in this one that's not done yet or not. Like waxing a car. Give it one more pass, and I think that looks good. Okay, here we go. So there's our, you see it shining? Hard to believe that was a plain old piece of cardboard. These circles you can see here from the cans, don't worry about that. That won't show because we're going to put our paper on the front of that. Okay, now let's see what's next on my list. Okay, if you're going to do like a sari silk closure, see how nice that does with our little spine there? If you're going to do a sari silk closure, you want to decide on that before you cover this up. But the first thing we're going to do now, or the next thing I should say, is, I'll give this another little wipe, add our fabric. And this is the fabric that I chose, and I made it bigger than what my piece is, just in case. And I'm just going to use glue stick. Now I seen Took from Took's Table. She does a lot of fabric covers, and she uses glue stick, and then of course she sews around the edges and such. But yeah, if you're not going to sew, use a nice glue Fabri-Tac, or I have also found that Yes paste works really well. So, or if you might have that, that'll work. Or your you know, art glitter glue, or your PVA, or whatever kind of glue you use. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and place this on here. This is a William Morris fabric, and I'm not quite sure which way is up. I don't know. I think I'm going to go this way. Alright, so we'll just place this on here and make sure we got a little overhang. Give this a good rub down. Okay, then we're going to go to the middle section. And I'm putting plenty on here, so I haven't ever had it pucker up or anything, so I think this will be just fine. Okay, there's that one. Place our fabric across. I really love incorporating fabric in my journals, whether it's the cover or the inside, some pockets, trim, something like that. I think this really, I'll go down my spines here real nice here. I think it just really adds something to the journal. Okay. I'm just going to move it over a little bit so I don't, actually I'm going to put that piece of paper there so I don't get it glue on my cover. Make sure and pull it back so you know you're getting all the way up there. And pardon my head if it gets in the way. I'm just looking in the light to make sure I haven't missed any spots. There we go. And there's our last one. I don't have any glue anywhere here. Yep, that looks good. Alright, there we go. Now I'm just going to go ahead and trim my fabric right up to the edge there. These scissors were my grandmother's. My mom gave them to me. They were all rusty. Here, you want grandma's scissors? I'm like, oh, okay. But we used to have Hancock fabric pretty close to where I live. And they had a guy that sharpened scissors. And I took them down there and I said, I don't know if you can do anything with these or not. You know, I've got Fiskars and what's that? I can't think of the other one. Anyway, expensive ones. And these are still the ones I use for fabric. I do some sewing also, and these are the ones I use for everything. So, thank you, Grandma. I don't know. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing here. It's not rocket science. Anyway, just trimming around. Get stuck on the glue on the fabric. I'll have to clean them. This is exciting, isn't it? Oh boy. Alright. There we go. Got our inside cover. I got a couple places I gotta tidy up here. A couple little threads. Okay. Just like that. Now, as I said, if you're going to do a like a sari silk closure, what you want to do is we're going to be putting paper across here. So you want to glue your sari silk down, you know, in the middle here. And then it'll just come out the back and just be able to wrap around. So you have that. But we've got our little spines in. We've got our back side. And next, we're going to have to make some pockets because we have to have pockets in before we sew because we want to make sure and catch those in there. So I chose these two papers. I'm not sure. I think I might want the blue on the bottom. You can make your pockets however wide you want to. This is 4 inches. So I think I'll go, bottom one is going to be bigger. I think I'll go about 3.5. That's right there. Yeah, I'll do 3.5. And it's 9 inches up, but I want to excuse my head. Okay, so I'm going to cut that. I want to cut 2 that size, one for each side. Oh, not with my scoreboard. One for each side. That's what I'm trying to say. There's my mark. Right about there. Okay. And I'll just go ahead and cut another one that size as well. So we've got 2 of those. And then this one I want to make a little shorter, so I think we'll make these at 3. There's one. There's the other one. Oops. Gotta cut my... Let me check my cutting skills here. Yep, 9, okay. Yep, I think that'll be perfect. Nine. And the last one at 9. Okay. I'm going to cut a little divot in there. So we're going to do, whoopsie, wrong way. Pencil.